Not many people appreciate being called out on something. However, most people have the ability to recognise when they have perhaps done something wrong, have the ability to reflect, feel remorseful, want to repair the damage and not repeat the behaviour. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, they feel entitled to do as they please, and they are very irritated at you daring to question them or point out their toxic behaviour. They get incredibly offended by this. When a narcissistic individual is confronted or called out for their behaviour, their reaction is rarely about genuine accountability. Instead, they deploy several manipulative tactics to deflect the blame so that they can maintain control of the situation and avoid taking responsibility, avoid consequences for their actions. The narcissist's first line of defence when called out is usually denial. They will often start with outright denial. They refuse to acknowledge any of their wrongdoings, claiming that it never happened. They never said that. They never did that. It wasn't them. You must be mistaken. You misunderstood. They can say things such as, you're just imagining things. They can accuse you of setting them up. They'll claim that that's not what happened, forcing you to second guess your own perceptions of reality, which is all a part of their gaslighting. Narcissists are the masters of gaslighters. They twist the truth to make you question your own memory, your own feelings, your own sanity. They will lead you to believe you're going crazy, and then they will accuse you of being crazy. They will hurt you in some of the most horrific ways and then accuse you of being too sensitive, unable to take a joke. They will do something right in front of you and then claim that you're just imagining it. They will provoke you to get a reaction from you and then accuse you of overreacting. They will lie to you and then claim that you're imagining things. They will cheat on you and accuse you of having trust issues or being hung up on your past. They're using these to undermine your sense of reality, leaving you confused and doubting yourself rather than their behaviour. Narcissists also use projection, where they're going to go all out to accuse you of doing the very things that they are actually doing to you. Instead of taking responsibility for their actions, a narcissist will project their own flaws and guilt onto you. If they've been lying, they'll accuse you of being the liar, of being untrustworthy, of being dishonest. If they're cheating on you, they'll accuse you of being up to no good, cheating on them. If they're being selfish, they'll claim that you're self-centered, that you don't care about them, even though they lack the empathy to care about you. To deflect attention away from their own behaviour and to get you to work harder to please them. Narcissists go all out to shift the blame. When they can no longer deny their actions, they shift the blame. They'll claim, you made me do it. If it wasn't for you. A narcissist will cheat on you and then claim, well, if you'd have paid me more attention, or that the other person just would not leave them alone. What did you expect them to do? They'll claim that you made them act that way, or you know what a terrible childhood they had. You know what they're like. This strategy allows them to avoid responsibility and manipulate you into feeling guilty for their poor behaviour, which helps when they go all out to play the victim. When their usual tactics fail, narcissists often play the victim. How dare you accuse me of that? How could you, of all people, think that I'm capable of something like that? After everything I've been through, after all I've done for you. And this is designed to make you feel guilty for confronting them, to shift the focus away from their actions, and you confronting them is the problem. They can rage or they can fall silent. If a narcissistic individual feels cornered in any way, they might respond with rage, with that aggression, with that intimidation, or they can completely withdraw from you. Their anger is usually disproportionate to the situation. Now, a victim's anger can seem disproportionate to the situation because people don't see the build-up of emotional manipulation when the victim explodes. With a narcissistic individual, when they've been called out on their behaviour, they don't like it. Therefore, they can explode depending on who is around them. They're looking to intimidate you, to shut you down, to shut down any further discussion. Alternatively, they can just simply fall silent on you, cutting off communication as a form of punishment for daring to call them out. Narcissists can also hoover you, the term named after the vacuum cleaner brand Hoover, because they're looking to suck you back in, treat you like dirt so they can be the one to discard you. Once a narcissist feels like they have been exposed in some way, they might attempt to suck you back in using charm, false promises of change, or other manipulative behaviours. They'll act as though they've changed. They'll offer those insincere apologies in an attempt to regain control over the situation and over you. When these tactics aren't working and they realise that they are getting absolutely nothing from you, you're done, they can cut and run and never speak to you again because they're waiting for you to chase after them, to apologise to them. Narcissists don't take accountability for their actions. Instead, they will rely on these manipulative tactics to avoid facing the consequences for their behaviour and to keep you under control. You can call somebody out, but it's not going to be effective if they're unable or unwilling to take responsibility for their behaviour. What you can do is recognise their pervasive patterns of behaviour and safely step away. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's much appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot give no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are available in the video description. I've also partnered with BetterHelp if you're looking for someone to speak to, and I do have a select few one-to-one slots available. If you're looking for further reading, I do have several books out on Amazon. How to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for recovery and empowerment. 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain if you cannot give no contact. A Narcissist Handbook, the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse. And the first novel in a 3-part series, Behind the Mask, The Rise of a Narcissist. These are all available on Amazon if you'd like to go and check them out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.